All right, so today we're going to talk about the Popshot. Is it good? Not really. This is not a terrible gun. It's just it's a funky little meme weapon. It looks cool. It's basically if you want to run around with a toy and kill husks using a toy gun, congratulations, your dream is about to come true. This is a fun little shotgun. There's nothing special about it. It's definitely not going to compete for one of the top slots ever. But if you god roll this, it's going to be, you know, a solid little high damage weapon. So here's the deal with this one here. This is a super close range weapon, even though it says 2000 range. That is total nonsense. The spread on this gun is not great. It's really bad. Your shots are going to go all over the place. Getting 5 headshots in a row increases the weapon damage of this gun by 30% for 10 seconds. You could do that with one headshot easily if you got close enough. Put that right in their face and just pow! Kill them completely, like really fast. Gives you 10 seconds of enhanced combat effectiveness, which is, you know, pretty good. The whole thing with this gun is you got to basically be like 2 feet away from an enemy to be able to get that full spread into the enemy to actually get a kill without shooting them like 3 times. So that's where it kind of, you know, the flaw of the gun comes. It's just a point blank range shotgun. It's all right though. If you get close enough, the damage is pretty decent. But again, this is a very unspectacular weapon. It's just fun. It makes a hilariously awesome, you know, cartoony pop sound, like a toy gun should. And yeah, it's just the entertainment value of this weapon. So the thing that makes this weapon extraordinarily unimpressive is definitely the perk loadout on this thing. If you modify your perks and you look at the options for this gun, you're going to immediately be disappointed. This weapon here is going to be a crit damage, element energy, and then this is where it falls apart. Like, first off, damage is already not great, unless this is your utility perk, in which case having damage instead of a utility perk is pretty great. But unfortunately, that's not the case. This is crit damage. This is damage. These ones are both crit rate, unless you want to put mag size on a 7 mag gun, which is nonsense. Unless you want to do headshot, which could kind of be viable considering you have to be literally 2 feet away from the enemy to do damage. That could actually be an option, but I'll leave that one to you guys. I'm not a fan of headshot damage, but given how close you have to be to actually make this gun work, headshot damage could actually be a viable option. But your other option is to go with crit rate. Unfortunately, you look at this one here and you come right back to the same problem. This gun has 2 nonsense perks on it. If one of these was crit damage, this gun would be much better. But since it's not crit damage, it's basically a crit rate gun, unless you want to put impact, pointless. Reload speed, pointless. Fire rate, I mean, okay, reload speed's not pointless. This one has the option for mag size, which is garbage, by the way. This one has the option for reload speed, which is not great because they reload fairly fast. It's like, you know, one second per you know, click. You know, it's not bad. It's not terrible. I wouldn't recommend putting reload speed on here at all. The reload felt fine. So that really leaves you with fire rate or crit rate. Fire rate is pointless on a semi-automatic weapon that you can already fire pretty much as fast as you can pull the trigger. So that leaves you with crit rate, which is dumb because crit rate is not a very effective stacking tool. One crit rate is going to put you up over 30%. The second crit rate is going to get you to maybe 52%. So not great, right? 52%. I mean, it's yay. You're critting half your shots. That's okay. But I don't know. It seems unimpressive. I would say crit rate and headshot damage is probably better than crit rate, but it's debatable on, you know, how good you are getting headshots. Yeah, it's a silly perk loadout. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. It's not good by any stretch of the imagination. So it really just comes down to you how you want to roll this. This is definitely a crit damage here. This is definitely damage here. Definitely energy here. These ones, it kind of comes down to your personal preference. If you want to go with some headshot damage, if you're confident that you can get those headshots, then that's a pretty good option. This one here is, you don't really have a choice. This one's definitely crit rate. Reload speed's pointless. Fire rate's pointless. It already fires fast. It already reloads fast. So impact is, nonsense. So all you have left is crit rate. And you need to have one crit rate on this gun anyway to make the crit damage viable. And again, this is a shotgun, so the character that's going to be using this weapon is the Raider. The Raider being a shotgun specialist, also a crit specialist. So he has crit perks built into him, so you need to have crit on the shotgun to utilize the gun fully. So shotguns are always built as crit weapons. So you need crit damage, crit rate. That gives you your 2 crit rate on one, crit damage on the other. You got a damage perk for some reason here, and maybe headshot damage unless you want to double down on the crit rate and crit half, like probably 52% of your shots. That is a viable option as well. So overall, this gun is very mediocre. It's fun though. It's a Popshot is a fun little gun. It's just a meme weapon. It's you're gonna run around with this, and you're gonna run around with a tree sword in your hand, and Ralphie's Revenge strapped to your back for your toy weapon, your army of toy weapons, and yeah, it's just a fun weapon. It's not bad. If you god roll it, you're gonna actually have some good entertainment with this one. But it's a hot water weapon. Like, you got to get real close to do any real damage. If you're ever shooting a smasher where you can hit the full spread consistently from a little bit farther away, you'll see that this gun actually does put out some pretty solid damage if you can get all those pellets hitting the right target. So yeah, fun little gun, totally free, just got to complete the quest to get it, although it is a pretty challenging quest for a lot of people. We got it first try. You need to survive for 30 minutes for the new weekly quest. We managed to do over an hour on our first go. But we had a pretty solid team, so if you have a team that really knows what they're doing and works well together, you can get this gun fairly easily and run around with your very own toy shotgun. Oh my gosh. Yeah, when you use a gun, you immediately know that the gun's going to be completely insane. This is kind of like the opposite of that. This is like the second you touch this gun, to put this gun in your hands, you know immediately that the gun's going to be a complete joke. This gun is terrible. Just terrible. And you're like, oh, but Vash, it'll be better when you god roll it. Except, yeah, no, it's not. Because the perks on this gun are absolutely atrocious. So this is a semi-auto gun, so you gotta like mash the trigger over and over and over again in order to do damage. Some people are definitely going to be amused by the popping sound of this gun. I'm not really my thing. I don't hate the way this gun fires. I don't love the cone. Doesn't feel terrible. It's fine. It's, it's very much like a shotgun. I don't know. I feel like I instinctively want to nitpick this gun and find things about it that I don't like, because right off the bat it comes pre-perked for failure. Looking at this gun's perk options, it's just horrible. Just a terrible loadout for a gun. Does pretty good damage to the smasher. This has got a big wide arc, right? So if you can actually get the full train right in the smasher's face, it actually does pretty decent damage. Against smaller enemies though, this weapon is very ineffective. I find most of the damage does not connect with the target you're trying to take down. Against a really big target at point blank range though, this thing can pump out the damage pretty good. Against smaller targets, this gun definitely feels lacking. You can definitely feel like the spread is causing you to miss the majority of your shots. If you're firing into a crowd, you can mitigate a lot of that. But yeah, this gun definitely leaves a lot to be desired. I think the biggest failing of this gun is definitely going to be the perks. The perks are just inexcusably messed up. I was looking at this gun like, okay, so how can I make this crit? Why won't you die? Like, how many times do I gotta shoot him in the face? Interesting close combat style. You gotta get in really, really, really close to get this gun's damage to really kick up. So this is a point blank combat weapon. It doesn't feel terrible, honestly. Like, it's not great. I would way rather be using a tiger jaw. But I mean, it's kind of a meme weapon too, right? With the pop cap, which is kind of, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of entertained by the popping. I feel like I'm killing things with a toy gun, and it's making me smile. So, I mean, it's all right. It's all right. Obviously, this gun would be really powerful if you god rolled it, the same as every other gun in the game. If you god roll any gun, the gun's gonna be pretty awesome, right? If we're comparing this gun to other guns, though, this gun is obviously atrocious. The reloading is pretty satisfying, though. I like the click, 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 click. You're like pumping those clips back in the gun. Feels good. Of course, you know, similar to all shotguns, I suppose. Shotguns are pretty neat style of weapon. Pumping your clips into the gun as you're using them up. You can even go with, like, you know, the last clip style where you only have one left in the round. You just keep on pulling the trigger, put a clip in, shoot, pull the clip in, shoot, like this. And then you can reload the whole thing when you have time. So that's kind of cool, you know. It's typical to a shotgun, so very like other shotguns. This thing doesn't really have. I think the biggest thing that stands out with this gun is really just the poppy pop. You know, it's that sound, it's the novelty, it's what the gun looks like. It's a silly gun, and that's fun. You want to run around and kill things with a toy gun? This is your dream come true. It's hilarious. It's a toy gun. You're basically yeah. It's fun, man. It's fun. It's a fun little gun. It's definitely there for the memes. It's not a serious weapon. It has just a look at this. Come on now. The range on this gun. Oh my gosh. You need to like put this gun in something's mouth to be able to do damage to this thing. Like, you need to walk right up and just like, hey, oh. Like, here, you want a kiss? Oh, give me a kiss. Oh yeah, how about this? Like, right up in their face. If you pull the trigger right in their mouth, then yeah, then it's gonna actually do some pretty good damage. But man, oh man, you have to be so close to get this gun to actually do even half of its damage capability. I'm not gonna lie though, I am enjoying it. It's a fun little gun. I'm trying not to take it too seriously. I obviously can't look at this like it's a top tier gun. I can't review it like it's a top tier gun because it's clearly, this is a meme weapon. This is not supposed to compete with the other shotguns. This is not the Santa's little helper of rocket launchers. Just, you know, this is not the new game-breaking, change everything weapon. No, this is just a super awesome little fun kill things with a toy gun. It's like, will people god roll this? Probably. For the lulz. Just for fun, to be funny, to have a meme weapon. I could pretty much guarantee you that Bakemono's gonna have this god rolled at some point. Oh, for sure. This is totally his like the nonsense that he would love to do. Just take a ridiculous weapon, He's gonna basically run around with this thing and the tree, and just like, and probably Ralphie's Revenge, and be like, "Hey guys, I got my toys. Let's go fight some zombies." Oh, it's like, oh, Backy, what are you wearing? What? Why are you dressed like a rabbit? It's my battle uniform. Whatever. Let's just go. It's like, there he is, dressed like an Easter bunny, with a toy shotgun, a pop calf sniper rifle, and a tree sword. Don't worry, guys. I'll protect you with my toy shotgun. Step aside, boys. I've got you. Don't you feel safe? You should. You should feel safe. Pop, pop, pop. Ooh, bright core. Nothing like running around with a toy gun and ending the zombie invasion. Husks no more. Be gone, vile demons. Husks be gone. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe, leave a thumbs up, and leave a comment down below if there's any other reviews you would like me to cover. Alright guys, I'll catch you guys next time.
So if you like this video, come check us out on Twitch. We Twitch stream 15 to 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every single morning starting at 9 a.m. We'd really appreciate the support. We're working really hard to grow the Twitch channel, so come and check us out. Come help us grow and be part of TeamVASH. Thanks guys.